All right, here we are at A.R.M. Safety in Lexington, Kentucky, and my trainer, Adam, is going to teach you how to do a pre-trip inspection to pass your CDL test.
Thank you, Kim. First thing we're going to do, we're going to check the cab marker lights, fender marker lights, and turning signals to make sure they're proper color amber, they're mounted securely, they're not bent, broken, or damaged. We're going to check the headlights. They're mounted to the truck securely. They're the proper color clear. They're not bent, broken, or damaged. We're going to open up the hood. We'll come back here and we'll check the fuel tank. It's mounted to the truck securely. It's not bent, broken, or damaged. There's no shiny spots at the bands that indicate looseness. The cap is secure and in place. We want to check the hoses to make sure there's no leaks, cracks, or wear, and the cables to make sure there's no cuts or frays and a good connection. We're going to check all the hoses under the hood for no leaks, cracks, or wear, and no audible leaks. And I'm going to check all the cables for no cuts or frays and a good connection. We'll go over to the other side. We'll check all my fluids. We'll check my coolant reservoir. It's mounted to the truck securely. It's not bent, broken, or damaged. Check the fluid level to make sure it's properly at the proper level. Check the cap. It says on and secure. We'll check the power steering reservoir. It's mounted to the truck securely, not bent, broken, or damaged, not leaking. Has proper fluid level. The cap is in place. We'll check my oil dipstick. It's mounted to the truck securely. It's not bent, broken, or damaged. And if I needed oil, I would add it here. Now I'm going to check my steering system. I'm going to check my steering shaft, gearbox, pitman arm, drag arm, steering arm, and tie rod to make sure they're not bent, broken, or damaged. They're mounted securely. They're properly lubricated. There's nothing leaking, and the castle nuts and Carter keys are in place. Now I'm going to check my suspension. So I'm going to check my mounts and hangers to make sure they're not bent, broken, or damaged, mounted securely, not missing any nuts or bolts, and the rubber bushing is in place. Check my leaf springs to make sure they're not bent, broken, or damaged. They're mounted securely and they're not shifted. Check my U-bolts to make sure they're not bent, broken, damaged. They're mounted securely and they're not missing any nuts or bolts. Check my shock absorber. It's mounted to the truck securely, not bent, broken, or damaged, not missing any nuts or bolts, and it's not leaking. We'll move to my brakes. So my brake hose is mounted securely. It's not bent, broken, or damaged. There's no leaks, cracks, or wear. No audible leaks. We'll check my ABS cable. It's mounted securely. There's no cuts or frays. Has a good connection. We'll check my inner and outer brake drums and linings to make sure there's no grease, oil, debris, or contaminants. We'll check my tire. It's evenly worn. There's no less than 4/32 tread depth. We'll check my inner and outer sidewalls to make sure there's no cuts, gouges, or bulges. It has a good bead around the rim. There's no audible leaks. The rim is mounted securely, not bent, broken, or damaged. No excessive rust, no illegal welds. We'll check my lug nuts. They're mounted securely. They're not bent, broken, or damaged. They're not missing any nuts or bolts. There are no shiny threads, no divots, and no rust trails that would indicate looseness. Check my valve stem. It's mounted to the truck securely. There's no audible leaks, and I would check it with a tire gauge and add it to 120 if needed. Check my mirror mounts. They're mounted to the truck securely, not bent, broken, or damaged, not missing any nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my battery. It's mounted to the truck securely. It's not bent, broken, or damaged. It's not leaking. The cables have no cuts or frays, and there's no corrosion on the terminals. Check my frame in 3 places, front, middle, and back. Make sure it's not bent, broken, or damaged. There's no excessive rust, no illegal welds. I want to check my tail lights and reverse lights. They're mounted to the truck securely. They're not bent, broken, or damaged. They're proper color clear and proper color red. Now we're going to check our air hoses. They're mounted to the truck securely, not bent, broken, or damaged. Check them all the way up for no audible leaks. I'm going to check my glad hands. They're mounted to the trailer securely. They're not bent, broken, or damaged, and the rubber grommet is in place. I'm gonna check my pigtail connection. The safety lights is down. It's mounted to the trailer securely, and we'll check it all the way back for no cuts or frays. And it has a good connection at the truck with the safety lights down. Also, I'm gonna make sure none of them are dragging the catwalk. Now I'm gonna check my apron. It's mounted to the trailer securely, not bent, broken, or damaged. There's no cracked welds. Check my fifth wheel. It's mounted to the truck securely. It's not bent, broken, or damaged. It's properly lubricated, and there's no daylight in between it or the apron. I'll check my A-frame. It's mounted to the truck securely, not bent, broken, or damaged. Not missing any nuts or bolts, and there's no cracked welds. I want to check my release handle. It's mounted to the truck securely, not bent, broken, or damaged, and it's in the transit position. I'm going to check my side marker lights on my trailer. I got 4 proper color amber and 1 proper color red. They're not bent, broken, or damaged. They're mounted to the truck securely, or to the trailer securely. I'm going to check my DOT tape. It's mounted to the trailer securely. It's in good condition. I also want to check and make sure my kingpin and locking jaws are mounted securely to the truck, and they're not bent, broken, or damaged, and the locking jaws are wrapped around the kingpin. I have the proper spacing in between my truck and trailer. My landing gear is in the upright position. It's not bent, broken, or damaged. There's no cracked welds. The safety pin is in place. Then we're going to come back here and check our tail lights. They're mounted to the trailer securely. They're not bent, broken, or damaged. They're the proper color red, and they're working properly.